my life around this bright idea. I built my life around this insight I found. Hello and be welcome to another episode of Let's Develop Bright Ideas. Do you remember the student I told you about last week? You know, the one that wanted to finish the production code first and then add some tests on top afterwards? Yeah, he actually came back to me last week and said, I wrote some tests now and these tests are really not helping me a lot. And was a bit confused and said, okay, let's sit down, let's have a look at the tests you wrote. And he opened his test files and I saw these 59 test methods. So what he did was in the test specifying the expected outcome with this Fluent API, and it was like this big block of calls to the builder and then a build call, and then we had the data structure. And I said, yeah, I agree. These tests are actually not helpful at all because it's impossible to grasp what they're actually testing. And he said, yeah, that's a problem that I have with these tests. I write them and I execute them frequently, but when one of those tests break, I spend a lot of time, about as much time as when I used the manual checking thing before, to actually understand what the test is checking and why the test is breaking. So I said, yeah, we have a problem here. So let's sit down, let's look at the code. Let's see how we can specify these tests in an easier way somehow so that they're actually easier to grasp, easier to read. And we sat down for, I'm not exactly sure, like 2 hours or something. And we looked at his code, at his test code specifically. We did not actually touch the production code at all. We only looked at the test code, refactored the test code, discussed different ideas we had, how we could specify the data format easier in the tests. And in the end, we came up with a couple of factory methods with which we had to specify much less in the tests, much less redundancy in the tests. So in the end, we agreed that we had come up with a way to specify these tests that make them actually readable, understandable. And after we also changed the test names according to some schema that made it easier for us to actually grasp which cases, which test methods cover which cases in the implementation, we both agreed that now we actually had some test code that helped us with the implementation. So I guess the takeaway message for me is, once again, that we should not accept tests that don't provide the value that tests should provide, which is understandability and feedback about your system. Because if you spend as much time grasping what your test is actually supposed to do before you can use it to debug your system or to figure out what you just broke in your system, then it's not worth actually writing these tests. But on the other hand, if we sit down, if we put some thought into how we specify our tests, if we do like basic refactoring things, then we can almost always find some way to specify the tests in an easier way, that such that in the end they will help us and provide us the value that we want tests to provide. Okay, I guess that's it for this week. I hope you liked it. I hope you could take something from it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.